Okay. I already know by the title of this video, you're clicking in here going, wait, what? What? Huh? Why would someone not want to get eBay sales? Well, I'm here to tell you guys that there might be a reason, and I want to help you not sell on eBay. And now, of course, I am also here to tell you, no, this is not some weird clickbaited video where this entire video is all about how to actually get sales on eBay, but I'm just reverse psychologying it to you to make it some weird, quirky kind of video. Although, now that being said, you actually could do the opposite of everything I'm saying in this video, ipso facto, produce sales in your eBay store. So something to keep in mind, I suppose, if you want to go that route. But for those of you who want to know not how to get sales on eBay, continue watching. But first, before I get into all of those ways to not get sales, let's talk about the reasons why you wouldn't want to have sales on eBay. The first example I'm going to give you is right now, today, while you're watching this video. Today, while you're watching this video, I'm actually moving to a new house. Yay! Moving to a new house, it's so exciting. But that means that I am moving my inventory from one house to another, and I can't exactly do shipping when that happens. Therefore, I'm wanting to actually slow down my sales so that I don't have to worry about doing shipping while I'm moving. Another example might be if you have to go out of town for something and you don't want to have to worry about shipping so many packages when you get back. Maybe you're planning to go on a week-long vacation, and while you want to still get some sales, you don't want to have to worry about shipping out 100 packages when you get home, because that can be stressful. Believe it or not, as much as I love selling on eBay, there are some days throughout the month, especially over some weekends, where the last thing I want is to have a ton of sales. And again, I know that probably sounds really foreign to a lot of you because reselling is our business. We only make money when we sell things, but you have to remember sometimes behind that reselling business is somebody's actual life. And sometimes shipping 50 eBay packages infringes on the things that we have to do in that life. So yes, in reselling, the more you sell, the more money you make. But it's kind of cool to think about the fact that you might have the power to either cause sales or cause yourself to not have sales. Kind of feels like you're taking the power back a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so now you're probably asking the question, well, if you have something to do, why not just put your store on vacation mode? Here's why. I am strongly anti-vacation mode because over the years it has become apparent that using the vacation mode not only inhibits your ability to get sales, but when you take vacation mode off, it's equally as hard to start having sales again. So there is this idea of vacation mode being a switch. It's a switch that you flip your store off and then you flip your store back on and you continue business as usual. But in my personal experience, it doesn't work that way. It's like when you put your store on vacation mode, suddenly all of your listings are hidden. And then when you want to unhide your stuff, it's like the eBay algorithm can't just flip a switch and then switch it all back on. It's like it takes weeks worth of activity in order to get your groove back. And now I don't want to stop my sales for weeks. I just want to stop them over a weekend or a busy day I've got. I want to know that I can resume sales as normal after that 24-hour period where I don't want to ship a whole bunch of packages. Or I want to be able to resume sales as normal after having spent the last 5 days moving. I just need a few days to get my inventory put away so that I can start shipping merchandise again. I don't want to kill my entire eBay store for the next month. You get what I'm saying? And it appears as though it's not really as simple as flipping on and off a switch. It's kind of like you've got to coerce the algorithm to start showing your items in search again. And because of that reason, I don't want to ever flip that switch off. You get what I mean? Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about all of the little things that I do to slow down or potentially stop my eBay sales very temporarily. And then again, if you're wanting to increase your sales, try doing the exact opposite. It could go both ways. The first thing that I do is I stop all markdown sales and promotions in my eBay store. So now, not too long ago, I talked about how I use the eBay seller tools in order to increase sales. Some of those tools include the eBay markdown and the use of promotions such as a buy one, get one 50% off, or a certain dollar amount off of a total cart count. I use these tools frequently to maintain consistent sales in my eBay store. So when I want to slow down my sales, I stop all of those completely. That means I stop running any markdown sales and I turn off any and all promotions in my eBay store. And I always stop them a couple of days before I'm needing to slow down my sales. So if I'm needing to slow my sales down over a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because maybe I'm planning on going out of town and coming back late Sunday night, I don't want to have a ton of packages to ship, then I might stop my sale on Tuesday or Wednesday. I also stop doing edits to any of my listings. So I always tell you guys that an active store is a happy store, and one of the things that I do to boost my sales and create consistency in my sales is to go in and regularly edit the listings that I currently have available. That means doing kind of a bulk refresh. I have a video all about how to do a refresh when you edit the items in your store to cause kind of like a trigger reaction and trigger some sales in your store. I'll go ahead and link that video up here so you can see how to do that in detail. But when I know that I'm coming up on some dates I need to slow my sales down, I completely stop doing any and all edits because I do not want to trigger more traffic to those items at that time. Something else similar to that is I don't list anything new. If I know I'm coming up on a weekend or a week that I need to slow down my sales, I will stop listing new merchandise about a week before that. The reason why I do this is because not only does listing more stuff for sale trigger those wonderful traits in the eBay algorithm to start producing sales, there's this idea, of course, that mathematically the more items you have available for sale, the more likely you are to sell them, especially when they're brand new items to your eBay store. So the act of refraining from listing new merchandise means that you're going to slow down the sales of your current items as well as not sell the brand new items that you're listing. Just wait and list them the day after you get back. It'll be okay. So there are certain tasks that I do on a daily basis every single day religiously that I feel helps with the consistency of my sales. And two of those things are leaving feedback for buyers and paying my eBay fees. If you guys are interested in a more detailed video talking about all of my daily routine with eBay, let me know down in the comments below if a video like that interests you, because there are certain things that I do on a daily basis that's part of my, eBay routine. Some people have morning routines or nighttime routines. I have an eBay routine. As strange as that is to say. So let me know down in the comments below if you're interested in my eBay routine, and I'll consider making a video about it. But two of those things are leaving customer feedback and paying my eBay store fees manually. And if I know that I am going to be needing to slow my sales down, I will stop doing those a few days before that. So a few days before I know I'm going to need to slow my sales down, I will go ahead and I will stop paying my fees manually and I will stop leaving customer feedback. But then of course, after I get done and I'm ready for my sales to pick up again, of course I go ahead and I leave all the feedback and I pay all my fees. It's just for those few days around the time that I need to slow down my sales. I stop doing that. Something else that I will do is I will go in and I will bulk raise all of my prices. But because the act of making edits to your listings can trigger some sales, I recommend you do this at least 5 days before you need your sales to slow down. Because when you raise your prices and you're not as competitively priced as some other people, that can result in your item not necessarily selling as quickly. And if an item does sell after you've risen the price, it kind of sort of makes up for the lack of sales. Am I right? Because if you're slowing down your sales, but then the few sales that you do get, you're getting more for the items, it's kind of like a win-win. And then the last thing that I do to avoid getting eBay sales is I don't open the eBay app. I know, it sounds weird. It sounds weird. But I don't even open the eBay app. If anything, I might move the app icon to a completely different area of my phone so that I don't open it. I know you're probably thinking, what's the logic in that? And honestly, this just might be a subconscious kind of thing, but I feel like when you basically ghost eBay completely, your listings kind of get pushed down in search just a little bit. And again, I don't have any data to back this up, but I have personally noticed that when you open the eBay app and scroll, sometimes it triggers sales. I can't explain it. Don't know why, but sometimes if I've had a slow day on eBay, if I open the app and I scroll through my active listings, I get a sale. No idea why. So I find when I completely ghost eBay and don't even open up the eBay app, my sales slow down. So on the days I do not want as many sales, I just simply don't open the eBay app. That also means if I get any best offers in, I try to not respond to them until the last possible minute. Because if you want to accept that best offer, there's a high likelihood, in my experience, if you accept a best offer, it will then trigger more sales after that. So if you get a best offer in, wait until the last possible minute before you accept it. Because accepting an offer or countering an offer can trigger unwanted activity in your eBay store if you're needing to slow your sales down for a short period of time. Notice how I was distinctly saying slow down my sales. I didn't necessarily say I wanted to stop sales. I just want to slow them down sometimes. That means that on a Monday, I might only want to have to ship out 20 packages and not 50 because maybe I had a really busy weekend and I'm going to be playing a lot of catch up on Monday, so I don't want to be overwhelmed with things to ship. Same thing with maybe I have a Wednesday that's really super busy and I don't want to ship out 15 items. Maybe I'm cool with only shipping out 3 or 4. That doesn't necessarily mean I want to stop all of my sales. It just means that I want to slow them down so I have fewer packages to deal with, because in real life, I have other things that I need to take care of. But if you are in the position to where you need to flat out not ship anything because you're not going to be where your inventory is, you won't be able to ship your items, you will need to change your handling time. For instance, right now, I cannot ship my merchandise. I am currently, right now, while this video is being released, I am moving to another house, meaning all of my inventory, all of my shelving units, everything is completely boxed up. I cannot do shipping. That would mean if I didn't change my handling time that I would be suffering a late shipment ding for every single package that was not shipped within my 1-day handling time. So for instance, because I am taking about 3 days to move items from my old house to my new house, and then I need some time to set up my shelving units and put my inventory away, get my internet hooked up, hook up my printer to the point where I'm finally able to actually ship items out, I am changing my handling time to a 5-day handling time, but I am still not turning on vacation mode because, like I said, I don't want to stop my sales completely. I just want to simply slow them down. Because when I finally get my shelving units back up and I finally hook my printer in and I finally get internet turned on, I don't want to have to ship 100 packages. That would be really overwhelming for me. I still want to have those sales. I just want to slow them down. So if you're going on vacation, consider just changing your handling time rather than turning vacation mode on. Because like I said, when you turn vacation mode on, for some reason, it's really hard to get your eBay sales back going when you turn vacation mode off. It's like any shock shock to the system, eBay can't seem to pick up where it left off. It takes a really long time for your items to start appearing in search again. So if you go away on vacation or you're not going to be able to ship within the handling time that you specify in your listings, make sure to at least change the handling time. And then on the other side, if you just put on vacation mode and don't change your handling time, you're also going to suffer late shipment dings on your account, because even though you have turned vacation mode on in your store, if you haven't yet changed your handling time, those items are still going to be late in the eBay system. So regardless, you're going to have to change the handling time. Now I'm really curious to know, how many of you guys ever slow your sales down? Am I the only one that does this? Is this like a weird Lindey quirk? Let me know down in the comments below. How many of you like to slow your sales down, or you purposefully try not to sell anything on eBay? Let me know down in the comments below. How many of you do that? Also, let me know how many of you want to do this now. How many of you didn't even think about being able to slow your sales down if you have a trip coming up or if you have a busy day ahead? How many of you didn't even realize that there are things that you can do to actually slow your sales down? If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That way I know it. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put some useful information in there for you. And please do remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I post new content. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.